Good morning. So the next topic is Planck's theory or Planck's theory of radiation, and also how can we derive the Stephen's law, Wien's law and Rayleigh's law from the Planck's law is the question. So first of all, learn the Planck's theory of radiation. I said that the quantum theory of radiation is proposed by Max Planck. Okay, so he made some theoretical assumptions of the black body radiation spectrum. So the follow assumptions are the first assumption is the Planck oscillator or a resonator. Okay, a resonator consists of a simple harmonic oscillators of the molecular dimensions in a black body radiation. These oscillator vibrates with 1 degree of freedom only. What he said, the resonator follows a simple harmonic oscillations with 1 degree of freedom only. Later you know what is the degree of freedom, right? Next assumption is that the resonator or the oscillator, whatever it may be, cannot have an arbitrary amount of energy but can only be in one of the discrete energy levels. Okay, so the complete energy given by a formula known as En is equal to NH mu. Okay, En is equal to NH mu. So the resonator cannot have an arbitrary amount of energy but can only be in the discrete. What is meant by discrete? That is a discontinuous energy levels which follows the integral multiples of En is equal to NH mu. Next, the third assumption and the final assumption of the Planck's is the emission or the absorption of an energy from an oscillator can be done by making a transition from one energy state to the another energy state. Okay, the change in the oscillation energy is given by delta E is equal to H mu. Okay, so the radiant energy was considered to be quantized only during the absorption or during the emission. So these Planck's assumptions were limited to the explanation of black body radiation spectrum only. Okay, these are limited for the black body radiation spectrum only. Next, how can we describe the quantum theory of Planck theory of radiation mathematically or derivatively? Means let us consider a black body, okay, with a large number of oscillators. Okay, let us consider a black body with a large number of oscillators. Then we know that the average energy is E is equal to, that is the average energy is represented by E bar. Okay, the average energy E bar is equal to E by N. So where N is equal to N0 plus N1 plus N2, that is the multiples of N. So where E is the total energy and N is the total number of Planck or resonators or oscillators, and N0 is the number of resonators in ground state. N1 is number of resonators in excited state 1, number of resonators in excited state 2. So this is the meaning of E bar is equal to E by N. Okay, this is the first formula. Let it be equation 1. So by using the Maxwell's energy distribution law, the number of oscillators with the energy En, okay, with the energy En. So capital E is the energy, okay, energy of the oscillator, and small e energy E is the energy for the excited states. Okay, that is, according to the Maxwell, we have a formula that Nn is equal to N0 into e to the power of, okay, N0 into e to the power of minus En by kT. N0 is equal N is equal to N0 into e to the power of minus E by kT. If N is there, we have to write En to the base N, and N1 is there, we have to write E1, okay, E to the base 1. Then finally, we have the formula as N is equal to N0 plus N1 plus N2. So, by substituting these Nn formula in the equation 1, what we get means N is equal to, we have N is equal to N0 e to the power of minus E naught by kt. If 0 is there, we have to write e to the base 0. 1 is there, we have to write 1, and 2 is there, we have to write e to the base 2. So this is the equation. Next. So we have for the quantum theory of radiation, we have the energy values as E is equal to h mu. Okay, E is equal to h mu. We have the formula as E is equal to h mu. Then by substituting the energy, suppose if we had the value of E1 is equal to h mu, right? That is in the ground state, then energy will be 0. Then E2 is equal to 2h mu, E3 is equal to 3h mu. Like this we have to follow the values. So now substitute these values, E values, in equation 2. Okay, then we get n is equal to n naught e power 0, n is equal to n naught e to the power of minus h mu. Just substitute h is equal to h mu in the place of E in the equation 2. So then we have the energy diagrams. Okay, after energy diagram, after substituting, let the equation consider as the equation, let us make as h mu by kt is equal to x. Okay, then we get n equal to n naught plus n naught x plus n naught x square. Let us take the common n naught, then 1 plus x square, and so on. Then we have a binomial expansion that if 1 plus x square is there, the formula will be 1 by 1 minus x. So the energy formula is E is equal to E naught n naught plus E1 n1 plus E2 n2. Right? Then just substitute the n naught values and energy values in the equation 4. That is E is equal to E naught n naught plus E into n1 plus 2E into n2 plus 3E into n3 plus finally let us take the position of R, N, R, R, E, N, R. That is the final nth term. Okay. Then the E naught value is 0. N naught 0 into something 0. Then E, the same E will be replaced. Then N1 is equal to N naught e to the power of minus E by kt. Why we are writing E by kt? That is h mu by kt, h mu is equal to E. The energy E of the oscillator, E is equal to h mu. Then after taking common as N naught, okay, after taking common as N naught, we have N naught and E, then E to the power of minus E by kt will be remain, plus e to the power of minus 2e by kt plus re into e to the power of minus re by kt. So again this is in the form of the binomial expansion, that e to the power of minus x plus e to the power of minus 2x, like this. So if we follow the binomial expansion, then the formula will be x by 1 minus x square. If we assume e to the power of something is equal to x. Then finally we have what the formula as E bar is equal to E by N. Okay, from equation 5 we got E value. Okay, from equation 4 we got N value. Just so substitute equation 4 and 5 in equation 1. Then we get, what kind of things we get? Okay, e to the power E into N naught x by 1 minus x square. That is equation 5. Then n value is n to the n equal to n naught into 1 by 1 minus x is the equation 4 value. So after cancelling the 1 minus x and 1 minus x square, after cancelling, what will remain? Ex into 1 by 1 minus x. Then finally E bar is equal to Ex by 1 minus x. How we are writing 1 minus x? Just taking common. Okay. Just taking common of 1 by x. 1 minus x nothing but 1 by x minus 1. So finally we get a formula that E bar is equal to E is equal to h mu, you know that. So substitute x is equal to e to the power of minus h mu by kt. and E is equal to h mu in the above equation. Then the numerator and denominator changes like this. So cancel the terms, that is e to the power of e to the power of minus h mu by kt, and 1 e to the power of minus h mu by kt. So finally the remaining term is h mu by e to the power of h mu by kt minus 1. So this is the average energy of an oscillator. So finally the aim is to find the average density of the radiation, okay, in terms of the wavelength. So we have the formula as E lambda d lambda is equal to, okay, number of oscillator per unit volume in the wavelength range lambda and lambda plus d lambda, and the average energy per the oscillator. So this is the average energy per the oscillator, and the number of oscillators per unit volume in the wavelength range of lambda and lambda plus d lambda is 8 pi d lambda by lambda power 4. Okay. Then 8 pi d lambda by lambda power 5 into e to the power of hc by lambda by e to the power of h mu by kt minus 1. We know that c equal to nu lambda. Okay. Then finally from mu is equal to c by lambda. So after substituting all the above values, we can conclude that 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into 1 by e to the power of h mu by kt minus 1 into d lambda. So finally d lambda gets cancelled. E lambda is equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 into e to the power of h mu by kt minus 1 into d lambda. Suppose if you want this in the terms of frequency, okay, frequency, you know the formula of c equal to mu lambda, that is lambda equal to c by mu. Okay, then 8 pi h mu cube by c cube into e to the power of hc by kt minus 1 into d mu. So this is in the case of frequency, and this is in the case of wavelength. So this is a complete overview of Planck's radiation law. So be careful with this answer. So compulsory, almost this question may be appear in your final examination. Okay, thank you.